Yeah. I'm talking about presentations, but it's in the game, man, and it's something they release, so we gotta talk about it. Let's go. What up, though, family? We are back with another College Football 26 video, covering the presentation deep dive blog that they just dropped today. We gotta go over it. They working tirelessly to try to give us a college football experience that we desire and that we deserve, you know what I'm saying? So they worked on a presentation to try to give it to us. So without further ado, man, let's see what they did. So first things first, man, we got to look at the dynamic time of the day. Now, what is this? This is basically them dealing with how it looks outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether if you have a 4 o'clock game, obviously it's going to be sunny, but by the time the game ends, right around 7 or 8, obviously it should be a little dark or a little dusk, is what they call. You know what I'm saying? So what they did was they added that to the game to sort of give you that realism, that look, to where as you go throughout the game, the day changes, which I think is dope because it happens in real life. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think you're going to more or less see this on Dynasty mode because obviously you have different times to play the game compared to those who play on regs, or what we call the online college football playoffs. Now, look, I ain't going to lie to you because I do remember this in the Madden. If they could use real-time weather and daytime information to make your game reflect that, I think that'd be crazy. Because they done it before. Back in the day, they did it before. But if they could do that again, just to be able to use that for other people that play the game, I think that'd be dope. So if I hop on the game about 10 o'clock at night, it should be dark in Michigan if I'm playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Compared to if I'm in LA, would it be 7 p.m.? It'd be 7 p.m., so it should be a little different. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope. They also did this thing to where if it's 6 p.m. East Coast time, it's not gonna look the same as 6 p.m. West Coast time. You know what I'm saying? It just visually looks different. If you know you've been on both coasts, you know that there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And so what they did was they added that in the game just to give you that dynamic. So all in all, the look will be dope. And then your shadows, obviously on the field, should change depending on the lighting and everything else. Because initially, if the game starts during the daytime, then there really won't be that many shadows on the field. But as it turns darker and the lights get cut on, then you'll start seeing them shadows on the field. So I think that's pretty dope, man. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta be honest. I'm a fan of that. And next, let's talk about this thing called the run out. Right? So what that is basically run out the tunnel and all the little pregame lighting and all this other stuff that they do. You know what I'm saying? So you know how when we played on 25, the run out was basically the same every single game, and you definitely got sick of it after a certain period of time. It didn't take me long at all. About 2-3 weeks, I was like, all right, bro, I need to be able to go past this. But so what they did was they switched it to where now you're going to have multiple different runouts. Now, I don't know how this is going to look. I mean, it sounds dope, though. You'll have different single ones, though. In this game, you may run out this way. The next one, you may run out this way. Either way. But they're just trying to have different ones to just switch it up to give you a different feel. They also have different runouts for night games, because night games, I guess, are totally different. So you do a little something different coming out the tunnel. So they got something totally different for night games than they do just regular during the day. But either way, these are all different type of runouts that you're gonna get. They also added the lighting show and the drone show that people have. So that'll be a part of it as well, of the pregame presentation. Kind of dope, you know what I'm saying? But like I know, you're gonna fast forward after a point in time. You're just gonna get tired of it. And what they did for the college football playoffs, which was definitely needed for the online player, is they made it to where now it's going to be sped up. You don't have to go through this long, dramatic process. So they got quicker run out animations, or quick run out footage, so it can speed through that, so you can go ahead and get to the game instead of having to sit there and watch that the whole time, because we can't skip it. So I guess they sped it up so we don't have to sit there and watch it, which I think that was really needed. EA also added new pregame band formations. If you like that, that's cool. Me, bro, I don't care about that. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't care about it. So I'm gonna blow past that like, all right, bro, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But either way, they did add it. They also added a ton, and I do mean a ton, of new mascots, because a lot of teams didn't have their mascots. So they implemented and added a ton of teams. I would tell you to go to the blog to see all the teams they added, because it's a ton of teams. But they did add mascots for all those teams. They also did this thing for us, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their own little tradition when it comes to turnovers or touchdown celebrations. So they went a little bit more in depth and tried to catch everybody's new traditions that they may add, like Georgia with the pads or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. Michigan, we take a little photos with the Buffs on, you know what I'm saying, looking clean. But they went back and added some more because everybody had their own little thing that they're adding. So what they want to do is just get it to be as authentic as possible. So they went and added a lot more of these turnover celebrations and touchdown celebrations, which I think is going to be a dope little touch. And EA has upgraded the infidelity of the players to try to get that likeness together. So what they did was add some like little AI generated thing to where it really scans the face of the players. So they're trying to get it to be as close as possible. It's how they look, you know what I'm saying? Which I think is a cool thing because it's definitely needed. I mean, but in the same token, once you put the helmet on, nobody really cares. It's really in the depth screen when you really get to see the faces or whatever. But past that, man, we good, man. You know what I'm saying? We just here to play a little football. They also expanded the body types because, you know, everybody come in different shapes, forms, and sizes, you know what I'm saying? But because they didn't have that many, sort of everybody looked cookie cutter paste there. Everybody looked the same way. So they added a lot more body types to give us that realism look to, you know what I'm saying, be able to see different players and you can actually see who is who and what is what compared to everybody looking the same, which I think it's a nice touch. Now, what I'm tripping on, and I don't know how I feel about this, you may like it, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, but they added this thing to where now your jerseys will be wrinkled and I guess things will look a little different from me. Man, look, man, I understand we want to be real, but bro, I don't pay attention to the jersey when I'm watching real football. So why would I pay attention to while I'm on the game? But either way, not knocking the hustle, but that they definitely, for some reason, put some energy into that to where now you can see if it's all, look at him, his shirt's all wrinkled up. I guess you can be happy about that. I don't really care, me personally, but it is what it is. It's something what they added, which is cool. And they also took time to go in depth with high school jerseys. Now, obviously, that's not going to be for us. So the high school's got to be for Road to Glory, right? But either way, you can customize your high school jerseys to be what you want, and they sort of do the same exact thing as everything else. But you do have a lot of customability that you can use when dealing with it. And you can also go to Team Builder and build those jerseys as well. So, you know what I'm saying? For those who like creating jerseys, stuff like that, that's for you. And let's not forget coaches, you know what I'm saying? Because they finally added coaches into the game, which is a look that we needed. And then the picture that they had of the coach, I'm not putting Ryan Day on my screen. You already know that, so that's just not going to happen. If they had Sharon would have been up here, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not putting Ryan Day on my screen. So it is what it is. But either way, they have added the coaches as we already know. But now this is a unique turn because what makes it dope is since they've added these coaches in here and they've upgraded and done a lot more audio recording for our commentator teams because, you know, we got the same crew coming back, but they did a lot more to the audio, did a lot more what we want to call polishing of some of these commentary things that they were saying. Now, when you're on Dynasty, which is crazy, when you're in a Dynasty, depending on how your season is going, you doing good, they're going to give you kudos. You're doing bad, they're going to get on your head. So basically, the commentators will talk about, well, hey, Coach Moore ain't doing too good. He done lost the last two, and it look like his job may be for jeopardy. So this is what you finna get into the game now. They're really going to banter and talk about those college coaches because they're not performing well, or they might say how great they're doing because of the season that they're having, which I think is crazy. And with this Dynasty deep dive that's coming, with that being in there too, man, look, Dynasty is going to be the mode to play, just being honest, man. You got to get you a crew and a team, which I got one, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all, when the Dynasty deep dive comes out, I'm going to go ahead and drop it on what we got going on so that everybody can know. I'm keeping it a secret. I'm keeping it under wraps until that happens. But either way, when Dynasty drops and that Dynasty deep dive drop, I'm going to let you know about the league we're in and what we got going on. But man, that being said, that's kind of dope that they're going to literally talk about the coach and their performance in real time on what you're doing through the season. Come on, man. We can't ask for nothing more than that. That's just dope. All in all, can't be mad, man. I think the Dynasty presentation is needed. Obviously, it gives you that college football atmosphere that you need and that that we desire for as college football fans. So I can't be mad at that. But I'm still excited for this Dynasty deep dive that drops tomorrow, as I know you are. And you already know where to go to get your info, man. Unc, I got you covered, dog. Trust me. And I can't wait. I'm covering the whole thing. However long that blog is, I'm making a video about it. So it's going to be what it's going to be. And if you enjoyed this video, then come on, dog. You already know what I'm finna ask you to do. Smash the like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you have not, as it is only a thumb movement and it helps me out tremendously. And there is no me without you. Also, if you didn't know, I will go back to live streaming, and that'll be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on YouTube and on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Just getting it cracking. It will be college football. I will also have pop-up streams that'll be dealing with my Dynasty game, so that If you can catch those, you can catch them, but that's when I'm gonna do it, like, you know what I'm saying? So if you just see it pop up randomly, that's me probably playing my Dynasty game. I'm also gonna drop those videos too, but they're gonna be on Twitch if you wanna see them playing live, man. But either way, man, until the next video, until tomorrow, because you already know what time it is, until tomorrow, man, I'm always gonna end it like I always do, man. If ain't no one told you that they love you today, just know that Jesus loves you, man. Peace and love, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.